Welcome back to Trading 360. It's time for our 360 round. We're talking and taking a look at Prime Day. Prime Day for Amazon begins tomorrow. It's a 2-day event. Remember when it was 1, but then they made it 2, and it's been record after record every single time. Nick Jonas is with us, equity research analyst at Citizens JMP, and Matt Montefusco is with us, wealth advisor at Pointwealth Capital Management. Matt, I'll start with you. Do we foresee records? We've heard some of the retailers saying that consumers have been a little more selective lately. What are your expectations, Matt?
Yeah, I think Prime Day is going to be very solid. Expectations are coming in around 14.5 billion, which is about a 10% increase from last year. It's also going to be cool to see Rufus, which is Amazon's AI-powered shopping assistant, which is fully trained on Amazon products and customer reviews. So it's going to be cool to see if Rufus can save customers time and also save Amazon in returns, which should really save them money. But overall, I think the consumer is ready to spend. You know, the expectations is for consumers to spend about $300 on Prime Day, which is about double of last year. And I think consumers will definitely be looking for deals, but once they find the right deal, they're definitely going to start buying.
All right, so with that, I mean, your expectations are a growth of about 10% year over year. Nick, what are some of your thoughts?
Yeah, we expect Amazon Prime Days to be successful again. I mean, it's effectively becoming a U.S. holiday. It's almost like Black Friday in the summer, with consumers increasingly kind of looking for trade downs or being a lot more discerning with how they're spending the discretionary income. We think Prime Day is likely a big opportunity for folks to potentially get ahead of back to school, which Deloitte has kind of put out a report expecting that to be down for the first time in 9 years. So Prime Day, impacts the entire industry. Other retailers build sales events around it as well. So we expect it to kind of continue to be this marquee day. Expect to be better this year than last year. And Amazon's really well positioned because they can benefit from consumers being a little more discerning because they can offer these steep discounts.
Yeah, understood. I mean, Nick, what do you think is the competitive landscape too? Because you have the other retailers that step in and try and take, for the people who are interested in spending, they say, come to us, don't go to Amazon. Nick?
Yeah, there's folks like Temu out there who offer super steep discounted technology and other kind of household items. The competition will remain fierce for Amazon, but Amazon's edge has kind of always been super fast delivery. While there's a lot of other channels to get things, not many retailers can get you something same day, next day, or within 2 days with almost certainty at this point. So, we view Prime Day and Prime memberships is still valuable and still a competitive advantage for the company.
Yeah. And Matt, you talked about Rufus. You mentioned the AI prospect. There's also sports broadcasting rights is something that's interesting to you. Is Amazon a buy to you as the stock's at 193 today, and why?
I think so, yes. Amazon has a lot of good things going for them. You mentioned sports. Amazon's really trying to get into the advertising business, and dumping $3 billion into sports broadcasting is the best way to get that done. They've committed $1 billion to the NFL and $1.8 billion to the NBA, which is really going to draw eyes and advertisers to Amazon Prime Video. So I think Amazon is a little bit highly valued, but I think Amazon, as long as broadcasting and their AI prospects can pan out, there's a lot more growth.
Yeah, there's also Amazon Web Services. We didn't talk in depth about that, Nick. So tell me some of your thoughts there. And do you think Amazon's a buy?
Yeah, we have Amazon rated at market outperform. We see, at this valuation, it's definitely a compelling opportunity in our eyes. When you think about generative AI, their position within cloud, they're the dominant cloud player. They're going to continue to be for years to come. To dominate in this space, you need talent, you need money, you need compute, and Amazon has all of those. They can also attach on additional revenue streams. We talked about a little bit about sports, but there's very few platforms who have Amazon's advertising capabilities where they can really do kind of upper funnel branding advertising and take it all the way down to the conversion and the sale of the product, as well as fulfilling the delivery of the product. So we think there's plenty of growth, whether it's in the retail segment, whether it's in AWS, its advertising business, and the way it's going to deploy generative AI within its own business and make it available to folks via AWS. So AWS will remain kind of a very compelling offering that Amazon has, as well as the rest of the business. So we really like it here. See plenty of growth from here.
Yeah, and I don't know how you guys view Amazon. I mean, it's up for grabs whether it's retail or tech, tech related. Matt, I mean, it did go into the Magnificent Seven. You know, how do you view tech overall, and how does Amazon compare?
Yeah, I mean, tech overall is obviously the space to be. It's going to be very driven by AI. Amazon's AI prospects, I think Amazon's not as behind as people think. Yes, they don't have the flagship Chat GPT product that OpenAI has, but they did just recently invest $4 billion into Anthropic, which is the maker of the AI assistant Claude. And what they're really focused on is the Bedrock function in AWS. What Bedrock does is it allows users and companies to build their own do-it-yourself AI models and also have access to Amazon's large language models. That's going to be important because companies won't be pigeonholed into only using one model to build their apps. And I think because Amazon is so big, they can leverage their cloud computing consumers and have cloud computing and AI built into one platform, which is going to make it really easy for consumers not having to migrate their data to a different AI company.
Yeah, and as we think about the race, the AI arms race, and how there's certainly a lot of optimism surrounding Amazon's Prime Day and the growth prospects for this year overall. Final thoughts here, Nick.
Yeah, look, Amazon's definitely well positioned as we think about the technology landscape, the various business it's in. I think what's important is how can you attach revenue streams to new technologies? And Amazon is very successful in advertising and cloud computing and third-party e-commerce and its first-party e-commerce, as well as a growing business in groceries. So, we really like Amazon as its position today. We think its growth prospects are underappreciated by the market. I know we're kind of in the max hype cycle around generative AI. They will definitely be a player in this space for years to come, and we expect ongoing growth essentially across all its verticals.
Yeah. Nick Jonas and Matt Montefusco, thank you so much. Nick of Citizens JMP, Matt, Pointwealth Capital Management. A good look there.